Promised a family at 30. The great lie sold to men and women.
They lied to us.
Now, it is slightly different for men and women, but we do have a very modern narrative stating to build yourself up in younger years, and then later on in life, then you start a family.
It is time.
Now, even though it affects men and women differently, both men and women are told, there's no rush to have kids. Focus on your life and your career first, which is good. But then people get angry in their 30s when they realize they've been sold a lie.
They lied to us.
You blew it up!
Why? Nothing will pan out. Nothing is promised.
They lied to us.
Nothing is guaranteed.
My finding is only half of women turning 30 without a child ever become a mother. And that's global. Screening the final film to younger people, I've screened it to 12, 14, 17-year-olds through college-age people. The fire in the eyes of those young people who I think I would describe often feel anger at realizing that we, us, the adults, haven't actually thought this through. You know, we're telling them, do your homework, study, get that education, training, get on the career path, all of this. And I think young people mostly are assuming that we've thought this through, that must mean that in their 30s, more likely than not, they're going to be able to have the family that they want to have.
Exactly. I've noticed a lot of young people now, people in their 20s, a lot of them who had strict parenting, their parents told them, focus on your education.
My practice focuses on education.
Forget dating right now, focus on your education. The downside to that is a lot of people do grow up well educated, but they never focused at all on the social aspect of dating, which means, well,
you get no
bitches.
Nobody loves me. Why?
There are people in their 20s just now starting to date.
Love me.
So there's no guarantee by the time you're 30, in these new years of dating, you're going to meet someone that you can actually have a family with.
Nope.
There's no guarantee. Obviously, we want our children to be educated and obviously set themselves up for a better future. But without balance, what's going to happen?
Grieving, they're going to be able to have the family that they want to have. When they see people grieving the reality that didn't happen.
I don't want to work anymore. It's over. It's done with. Put me up for auction. I will be sold to the richest man available. Fuck feminism. I swear to God.
That's so right there for $1.
My finding is only half of women turning 30 without a child ever become a mother. And that's...
Hi, I'm Dr. Michaela and I'm 33, and in fact, this is actually so true for me and actually a lot of my friends who have pursued a career in something that is quite labour intensive and study intensive and takes a long time. And during our childbearing years, we are focusing on study and our career, and then coming to the stages of where we're supposed to have a baby and we haven't had one.
Grieving.
Interesting. Lovely woman, 33-year-old, professional woman, career-driven.
I want a baby.
Accomplished, achieved a lot, independent, modern woman.
I want a baby.
No kids. 33, no kids. But she wants...
I wanted a baby.
Kids. She's using herself as an example, so thank you to her. But using her as an example, it's not that 30-plus-year-old women are unattractive. That's ridiculous.
Fuckable.
Spicy.
The wall doesn't stop some women being attractive.
Why?
However, the wall makes a lot of women desperate.
I'm not crazy.
Desperate. Not saying this woman here is, but I'm just saying it makes a lot of women desperate.
I really wanted a baby.
I knew a woman many years ago who I stopped talking to when I realized that she's for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
She said to me one day, fully confident, that she's going to have a baby when she's 35.
Good luck.
And I was like, okay, but what about the dad? Don't you have to find a man by then? And she was like, I don't care.
Run for your life!
Any man will do so long as I have a baby. Yeah, obviously. That's partially why I stopped talking to her. That chick was flipping crazy. Desperate women in their 30s now wanting a baby. It's a thing that a lot of men have come across. It's to a point where can you trust dating certain women who have baby rabies in their 30s? Like, she wants a baby. Does it mean she really wants you as a man? Or she just wants your seed? She wants your sperm? Yeah? Shoot up her club. That's what she wants. The dangerous part about that is, as a man, you may be just wanting a relationship or just to date someone, enjoy the company of someone. But for some women in their 30s, their clock is ticking so loud.
A baby.
And fast that they become desperate and start dating irrationally just to fill a void. If she doesn't want kids, it's like, okay.
No one cares.
But dating a woman in her 30s that does want kids, for some women, their 30s is their last chance.
I haven't had one. And then we come to the predicament of, well, what do we do with our fertility, and what do we do at the next stages, especially if we're single and we don't have a partner. That's me at the moment, and thinking about what in the next day is actually a really scary process. I'm approaching 35 and the question mark is, should I freeze my eggs or not because I don't have a partner, or should I do this solo and just take the ride on my own?
That thought right there.
On my own.
I honestly wonder how many women have had that thought right there, because that would mean a lot of single mothers are single mothers by choice because they were desperate just to have a baby. Just to have a baby. Now look, that's selfish. Now look, that is selfish and dangerous for many reasons. But for every woman who was desperate to have a baby, she was desperate. None of those women should ever have a problem or issue with what the daddy's doing.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Because from the get-go, she wanted a kid, not a commitment, not a man.
Solo.
She wanted a baby. So if that man flakes out, disappears, well, I mean, even if she's not happy, she wanted a baby. She got a baby.
Solo.
Does not mean she can keep the man.
It's a watch this space at this point, but it's a really important conversation to have, especially when you're a young person, because the reality is I always wanted to have 4 kids, and that's not a reality for me anymore, which is a really sad grieving process and is something that I wasn't really ready for. So it's a watch this space.
Projection. Some older women project onto younger women what they wish they had did with their lives and society. Work hard, get your career, but no one is promised to anyone. No one. Have a nice day.